Hi everyone, welcome back to Planet Jayy. My name is Jay, and today I have a pick a card reading for you. Today's topic is going to be about your soulmate and what they're going to find tempting about you. Card number 1 is the Ace of Swords. Card number 2 is the Page of Wands. Card number 3 is the Page of Pentacles. And card number 4 is the High Priestess. So choose whichever card you feel drawn to.
Get the QuickBooks mobile app.
Ooh.
Simply
Oh my gosh. Sorry, y'all. My phone clicked on something. But yeah, so choose your card and then we're going to get started. I'm going to give you 30 more seconds before we get started with card number 1, okay? Love you guys. My name is Jay. Thank you so much for watching. And if you're finding this around holiday season, I hope you guys are having great holidays and that you have a good Christmas. Okay. 10 more seconds and we're going to get started with card number 1. Okie dokie. Hi, card number 1. Welcome to your reading. Today you chose this Ace of Swords, and we're going to be looking at your soulmate and what they're going to find tempting about you. So basically, what is going to make them be like, damn, damn, this is the one for me. Basically, they're not going to be looking anymore. You're going to be hard to resist. Why is it going to be so hard to resist you, according to your soulmate? So yeah, let's look at you first. Yeah, maybe we should just put it down so it doesn't go flying away. Okay. Yeah. So tell me about card number 1, the Ace of Swords, people, and what their soulmate is going to find tempting about their personality. Wow. Okay, we got the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands. The King of Pentacles. I wanted to come out in reverse, so I'll take note of that. King of Pentacles. That's how it looks. I love this deck. This is our Dark Mint Tarot. So what is their soulmate going to find tempting about their personality? What is your soulmate going to find tempting about card number 1's personality? Wow, you got the King and the Queen of Pentacles. Wow. Wow. Bottom of the deck is the Page of Pentacles. A lot of earth energy is coming through here. You don't have to have earth in your chart. It could just be like the feelings that you're inciting in them, if that makes sense. Okay, so yeah, let's talk about it. I feel like what they're going to find so tempting about card number 1 is how you almost make them feel certain that it's going to work out. And it's because of the type of person you are. It's because you actually are going to want to be in a long-term relationship. You actually are going to want to build a life with somebody. When you're with your soulmate, when you meet your soulmate, or, you know, once you guys start getting together. Honestly, this is your personality before there's really any intentional romance. So I'm not saying that you or your soulmate's not going to like each other immediately in the beginning when you first meet. It could be like that, or it could grow. But what I'm saying is that these first 3 cards here on the bottom of the deck is really talking about you, period, right? So what are they going to find tempting about you, period, is that you are going to be the person that actually, if you're in a relationship, if you are in love, you want that relationship to be something that can build. You want that to be something that will last a long time, and then something that you both can almost like depend on each other through, if that makes sense. A card just fell. Let's clarify this Four of Wands here. We've got apology. Wow. Oh, I actually really like this. Okay, so another way that you're gonna make your soulmate feel so sure about you is because you're always going to be willing to put the connection first over any sort of drama, over any sort of ego. Yeah. So they're going to find you to be a very mature person. They're going to find you to be somebody who, it's like your ego is not going to be hurt or tainted or shattered if you have to apologize, if you have to admit that, you know, maybe you play a role in this or in that. You're also going to come off as somebody who has standards, but you don't expect your partner to be perfect. But it's crazy because they're going to view you as almost perfect. They're going to view you as not, and I'm not even just talking about like just perfect for them. I mean like a decent, perfect person. That's how they're going to view you. So when it comes to the relationship, another reason why they're going to find you so tempting is because you're going to be honest with them. You're not going to keep secrets from them. Even if they don't like it, you're going to be extremely honest and real. And I feel like as they get to know you more, they'll see that You have a method to your madness. They'll see that you work extremely hard. Some of you guys, you are very self-disciplined. Some of you guys are self-taught. They'll see that. They'll find that so tempting and like alluring about you, your style as well. Maybe you have like a taste for finer things. Some of you guys, it's going to be like things around the home, or they might start imagining. Yeah, what's going to be tempting is that they're going to start imagining what it would be like to move in together, to live together, to what you guys would be like years from, whatever time they first have this thought, like, damn, this might be the one for me. They're going to immediately start thinking about the future, years to come. And they're actually going to be thinking about children as well in this group. They're going to be thinking about having a child with you. What that would look like. What else? They're going to see you as very valuable. Very, very, very valuable. Like a rich energy to you. Wealthy energy. So some of you guys, that might be what they're tempted by. Maybe they do want to be in a relationship with somebody that's like a go-getter, or somebody who has ambitions to them. And you're going to come off as somebody who's extremely ambitious, but who also has like a lot going for you already. If anyone here does have money, or that is a goal of yours, that's what they're going to find very tempting about you as well, because they're going to equate that to somebody. Like they're going to be thinking about these qualities in you, and also thinking after they learn this about you, damn, what would it be like to be in a relationship with somebody like this long term? Damn, that's so tempting. You know what I mean? Damn, that sounds good. Blind. Wow. I love this. Another reason why they're going to be so tempted is because they're going to find themselves thinking about the fact that the reason why they're so attracted to you has absolutely nothing to do with the way you look on the outside, but everything to do with like your character and how you show up for yourself, and just for them, for some of you guys, like in the beginning of the relationship period. You're going to tempt them because some of you guys, you are like a little awkward, or maybe there are little things or kinks to like work through in the beginning when it comes to like getting to know each other. Some of you guys, you might just take a while to like open up, or maybe you're like a very busy person. They're going to be very tempted by like your practical side. For some of you guys, your relationship with like your loved ones or like your family, maybe when they're learning about that. This person's going to want to support you emotionally because they know that you can already take care of yourself. So what's going to be so tempting is they're now going to be thinking about what role they can play in your life when you're already showing up as like the king and the queen of pentacles, period. What else? Endorsement. What are they going to find tempting about you? Literally says on this card, this is the only card in the entire deck that literally says temptation. And I didn't even remember that. But no way that you got it. It says bribe and persuasion. So some of you guys, you're going to be looking like the best option, the best offer, the best soulmate for them, if that makes sense. You know how like, so maybe this is somebody who is attractive, or maybe this is somebody who knows a lot of people, or maybe they've been in love before, but never quite like this, if that makes sense. You're going to be looking like the one that makes perfect sense for them. And that's very tempting. So maybe this is somebody who in the past, maybe they were tempted by something that was like fun, or something different. That could have been due to age. That could have been due to maybe they needed to work on some parts of themselves. But when they meet you, when your soulmate meets you, what they're going to find so tempting about you is that your personality is going to be aligned with what they actually want for themselves in that moment. Not what they wanted 2 years ago, 3 years ago, but no, like what they want in that moment, and also what they want in the future. And they're going to be able to think about how they're going to get that with you, because it literally would be so simple and so easy with someone like you who's so smart and so sophisticated. Almost, they view you as like sophisticated and elegant. Yeah, look, it says real estate on here. So some of you guys, it could be that what they're going to find tempting about you is the idea of possibly like building a home. It says wealth. Oh my god, it says wealth on this card. That's what I was talking about. So if you are wealthy, I mean, I guess that could be a part of it, but it feels more like something that they want to build with you. Because if you notice, these two people are like smiling, holding the keys to like their first place. And it kind of looks like this woman has like a belly bump. Mega projects. So maybe they really see a relationship with you as like a really great investment for their overall happiness. Okay, so what else are they going to find tempting about card number 1? Give it a like if that's resonating. 13. Sometimes I wonder if you care. Yeah. Okay. So another way that you're going to tempt them is you're going to have this person thinking, damn, like, did I rub off on them the right way? Are they feeling this too? Because you're going to be very busy. Some of you guys, you're going to be like very busy, or you're going to, like I said, have a lot going for you. So you're going to come off as somebody who doesn't need love. But once you're in a relationship and you're in a partnership, you guys do become a unit. You will become dependent on each other, but you don't need each other, if that makes sense. In the beginning, it's not like you need each other to survive. You don't need each other for money. You don't need each other for a place to lay your head at night. You don't need each other to love yourself. No. You need each other because over time, the harmony is going to be so beautiful. I'm seeing apology here, and this isn't just apologies that they'll give you because of what they did, but also apologies that you never got. I feel like this person will, how you'll tempt them is some of you guys, you'll forgive this person for mistakes that they've made without judging them. And a lot of that is attributed to how mature you are and how you're somebody who, you've had a past as well. So that'll be tempting for them too. What else? I feel like this person is going to want to tell you everything without you asking them to. So that's how you're going to tempt them, is they're going to find themselves, I don't know, just like being very transparent with you, very honest with you. And maybe in the past, they never felt inclined to be that way. Damn. Oh my God. Ace of Cups. What they're going to find tempting about you is that it's going to take a while for them to see how you are when you truly love somebody or when you truly care for somebody in a romantic way. Like this person, when they get to know you, they'll see how you are with, things that you cherish, like your babies, your projects, your work, your home, your car, whatever, you actually spend money on. Because it feels like in this group, like you're very like hardworking. It could be like family or people that you've known for a long time. They'll see how you interact with them, but how they'll be tempted by you when they get to know you in a romantic way. It's like, damn, there actually is like a lot of romance to this person too. They actually make me feel emotions that I don't feel. Because the Ace of Cups is like the beginning of the suit, right? So it's the beginning, the first. So this is the first time that they're going to be feeling like this. The first time that they're going to be like, damn, does this person actually view me the same way? And that thought might come up for them a few times as your relationship starts to evolve, simply because they view you in such like a respectable light, if that makes sense. Sex, damn, Ace of Cups and sex. So some of you guys, how you'll tempt them is because this is going to be on their mind. So this person is going to be thinking about whether or not you're having those kind of thoughts about them, and that's tempting for them. So maybe this person is someone who likes mental stimulation, who likes somebody who like keeps their head up high. I feel like you're going to come off as somebody who takes yourself seriously, but it's not cocky. It's more like you say what you mean and you mean what you say. And everybody already knows that. It's like you're going to be coming off as somebody who's not questioned. And as they get to know you, they're going to see you as like a very thorough person, somebody who would never like, hurt another person just for fun or just because, whatever. And that's going to be very tempting to them. Yeah. What else? Let's get a few more cards before we move on to card number 2. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Jay. I hope you guys like it. 8 of Cups. Yep. That's you. That's you. 10 of Swords. It's like they're not going to know whether you're staying or you're going. How you're going to tempt them is because you're not going to see it, but this person is going to be all up in their heart and in their mind about you. This soulmate. You're going to tempt them this way because they're going to be like, I feel like this is going to be very new for them. Very new for them. And you could be used to this. You could be used to this because of your character. There are a lot of people that might assume you need them or that you're looking for love just because you're open to it. But when they get to know you, they're going to realize, oh shit, if I don't get my shit together, if I don't actually show up the way I'm supposed to, if I don't actually follow my commitments and, blah, 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 show up like they do, then it's not going to work. So that's going to be tempting. It's going to scare the shit out of them. But they're also going to be thinking, damn, but what if it does work out? We'll be together. We're going to have great sex. We might even, build a life together. Like that's going to be tempting for them. There's real benefits to being in a relationship with somebody that shows up like the King and the Queen of Pentacles. You're somebody that really will take care of them in a lot of different ways too. So that's going to tempt them. Let's get one more. How are they going to be tempted by card number 1? King of Cups. Yes. Yeah. And this is the last tidbit of it, which I was talking about earlier. And this is so funny because this is like the only court card that came out with the Cups energy. And mind you, we just shuffled 1, 2, 3, 4 different decks. So the biggest thing that I feel like is going to be so tempting about them is that if they pay close enough attention to who you are, they'll start to see that the way you take care of people is the best way that they need to be loved. And that's very tempting because it doesn't mean that you're going to make excuses for them. It feels more like you're going to, it's almost like you're going to make this person feel better about themselves because you've chosen them, because you have stuck around. So this person's confidence, their love for themselves and stuff like that, I feel like over time what they'll notice is that it's gotten better. How they're feeling in their body and things like that, it's gotten better because of you, because of how attentive you are, and because of the acts of service and like the things that you do. You're really going to be like of service to this person in a lot of ways, and that's what they're going to find so tempting. So if that resonated, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Give it a like. Come back for another one on my channel. We're going to get started now with card number 2. This is so nice. Very beautiful energy. I like this. Let's see how the other cards are going to tempt their soulmate. Okay, so I'll put the timestamp in the chat in a second. Let's see. Card number 2. Card number 2, I believe, is this Page of Wands. Yeah. And we'll put this number here. Card number 2. I'll put the timestamp in the chat real quick. Card 2 is going to start around 17 minutes. So let me get a sip of water and then we can get started, okay? 30 seconds, y'all. And then we're going to start with card number 2. Alrighty. Hi, card number 2. Welcome to your reading. You chose this Page of Wands, and today we're going to be looking at what's going to be so tempting about you to your soulmate. So let's start with the shuffles. How is card number 2's soulmate going to be tempted by them? How are they going to tempt their soulmate, card number 2? How's card number 2 going to tempt their soulmate? What's going to make them be like, damn, I can't resist them. This is the one. How are they going to tempt their soulmate? We got the 7 of Cups. 7 of Cups. Okay. How is card number 2 going to tempt their soulmate? The Moon. Dang. Oh, I like this. How is card number 2 going to tempt their soulmate? I like this already, and we only got 2 cards. I feel like I know who I'm talking to in this group, but let me pull them all out. I want to know more about... Dang, and you got the Judgment card too? So you could have water in your chart. Some of you guys, you have like water houses, or even like a water Mars, or Mars in like a water house. So the water houses would be 4th house, 8th house, 12th house, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Don't have to, but I feel like this is how you'll affect them. So card number 1, I was getting like a lot of earth energy, meaning the way you're going to, the specific parts of your personality that's going to tempt them are going to be the parts that are the most watery, the most deep, if that makes sense. So I'm not saying you have to be a water sign. I'm saying when these parts of you come out, this is what's going to pull them in. Bottom of the deck is the Page of Swords. Interesting. Okay. Tell me more about the 7 of Cups. Some of you guys, you're just going to randomly know things about this person without them telling you. And that's going to kind of like trip them out. But it's also going to make them very intrigued to get to know you. So you might be able to just like predict what this person is going to say. Some of you guys, you'll be able to do like a killer impression of this person. Or it's like this person's going to be thinking something and you might like say the same thing. Whether it was you both trying to figure out something to eat and you both say the same thing at the same time, or this person has something on their mind and, you know, they can't quite put it into words, but you know, it's like bothering them, or it might just be something that they're interested in, that they favor, or that they might want to do with you, try with you or whatever, but you're just going to like put it out there and they're going to be almost like asking themselves, how did they know that? How were they so keen to that without me? Because I feel like this is somebody who's going to think that they're not going to think that they're so obvious in the beginning about how they like you and stuff, but you're going to be able to tell. And not because you know them specifically, but because this is who you are. That's the big difference, is that there are some times where you feel tempted by somebody romantically or even like platonically, and it's because you think that that person really gets you. No. In this group, they're going to think that you really get people, because you're extremely observant and you have like a very curious mind to you. They're going to be tempted by the way that you speak. Some of you guys, it's like the sound of your voice, and for others of you, it's not just like the sound of your voice, but it's like the tone that you adopt when you're trying to communicate different things. Yeah. It's going to be the look in your eye that tempts them. You have this look in your eye where it's almost like people can't tell what you know, what you've seen, what you've been through, what you've done. They don't know unless you tell them. And it's almost like this person's going to be thinking, damn, I might not ever really know every single thing about card number 2 because they are just that deep. They are just that complex, but they're also that private. Yeah, that's going to be what it is. So some of you guys are going to be extremely private about yourself and like your life in the beginning. So that's going to intrigue them. That's going to tempt them. They want to get closer to you. And then when they get closer to you and you start pulling out all these things about the shit that you know, like the deep spiritual shit that you know about them, about other people too. And then you also somehow explain to them like how you get these things. And it doesn't make sense to them. Like they couldn't do it themselves, but you can. And it's like, that's going to intrigue them. But as they get to see this side of you, it's going to go deeper because then they're going to realize, wait a minute, I actually have feelings for them. And I want to know where this came from. Some of you guys are going to be tempted. They might really like your hair, or maybe you look really good in dark colors. This could be the group of people where you are a little bit like that. You have that kind of essence to you. It's your essence, yeah, in this group. It's very... It's damn, I don't want to use this word because it kind of feels a bit played out. But it does feel mysterious. It does feel like somebody who may not normally believe in reincarnation, may not normally believe in like past lives and shit like that. Or maybe they, you know, they understand it, but they're not that into it. But then they start thinking about this stuff with you because you come off like this with the Judgment card. You come off as like very... It's almost like you can peer into their soul. And that's going to attract them. That's going to tempt them. Tell me about the 7 of Cups. What else? Some of you guys are going to be very creative as well. Third wheel. Uh-oh. So there could be a story here. Some of you guys, there's a story here. Maybe you have your pick of the litter. You're trying to take your pick of the litter when this person meets you. So it could be that you have more than one romantic interest, or maybe you have more than one type. So what could tempt them is that they're not sure what you're into. So your soulmate's not going to be able to they're not really going to be able to put their best foot forward with you, if that makes sense. You know, like some people, when they go on their first date, and this doesn't mean that this is how you meet your soulmate. I'm just like giving a silly example. But you know how some people, when they go on their first date, they say what their type is, or someone might ask them what their usual type is. Like, so what are you into? What was your ex like? Have you ever dated somebody of my race with this hair color, with this blah, 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 right? Or with this type of job? And you're going to be like, nah. Or some of you guys, you'll say, yeah. You'll say, yeah, and it'll be something that's not them. So when I say this person's not going to be able to really put their best foot forward, I mean is that they're not going to be able to put on that little like personality or that mask or try to do that thing in the beginning when we first like somebody where we try to make them like us or we want them to be interested in us. No, you're not even going to know if they are in the beginning. Or they're not going to know if you are interested in them in the beginning because you are somebody who just kind of like goes off of a feeling. You don't write everything in stone. You're not like sitting here being like, well, if my blah, blah, blah does not grow up in this area with this blah, 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 then I'm not going to view them as a soulmate. No, you're not going to be like that. You're going to be somebody it's like, you'll just know kind of, but they're not going to know if you know because you're not going to divulge that information. I heard it's none of their business. Another thing that's going to tempt them is some of you guys, without realizing it, you are a very like flirtatious person. And it's because the way that you speak, it triggers like things in people's mind to make them think either about dirty things or things that they just don't really tell other people, whether it's like conspiracy theories, private things that they've been through that maybe, is just not the right topic for a party or whatever. Like you're going to get them thinking about stuff that they normally wouldn't share. They normally wouldn't divulge. And they're going to be like, are they flirting with me? Are they trying to get me like this? And no, you're not. This is just you. You're going to tempt them because they're not sure if they should trust you in the beginning. They're not sure. And it's not because you're showing them anything to make them think they shouldn't, but it's because you're also not stressing yourself to show them that they should trust you, if that makes sense. It's almost like you're testing them. Yeah, it's almost like you're testing them and they don't realize it in the beginning. Another thing about it too is that you're never going to talk poorly about other people around them. And that's going to be tempting to them Because then they're going to be thinking, well, what are their turnoffs? What do they not like? You know what I mean? And they're not really going to know until maybe that moment where it clicks for you. What else? Withdrawal. Damn. So how you're going to tempt them too is that in the middle of the night, before they go to bed, or maybe even when they wake up, you're going to be in their dream. And if it's not that you're going to be in their dream, you're going to be on their mind and they're going to be missing you. It's going to be really weird. So some of you guys, this person, they might meet you briefly in the beginning. Your soulmate might meet you briefly and then not see you for a while. Or maybe they just meet you briefly and then they see you the next day. It doesn't really matter. Maybe you meet your soulmate at work. That's why I'm saying that. But because they can't tell if you have feelings for them, if you have a soft spot for them, they're not going to be able to tell. So depending on, I guess, the type of people that are watching here, maybe your soulmate might feel a bit rejected in the beginning. Or maybe you're going to be awakening some emotions in them that they haven't felt in a long time. Like maybe they haven't had feelings for somebody in a very long time. And then all of a sudden they're yearning for you. And they're painfully aware of the fact that they don't even really know you like that. So why am I yearning for them? That's the tempting part about it. Is they're going to be asking themselves, why? Why am I so emotionally connected and like attached to this person? And I don't even really think that they care or that they feel the same thing. And it's not because it's not going to come off as you're like too paranoid to get involved or you're you couldn't give a F. No, it's going to come off more like they don't know if you like them because they don't know if you're already seeing somebody. They don't know if you are looking for love. They don't know shit. They don't even know if you've been married before, if you're a widow or whatever, depending on your age. They don't know, but they're sitting here thinking about it. And then all the while when they're not around you, they're going to be missing you. It's going to be in their heart. Like, I don't know if you guys ever missed somebody or, just like felt such a strong emotion that you feel that shit in your chest. It's going to be like that. Friendship. Wow. Some of you guys, you're going to tempt this person because you're going to remind them of somebody that they used to know. I can't tell you who that is. For some of you guys, it's going to be like an old friend. For others of you, it could be someone that passed away, but you're going to remind them of somebody or a time where they were almost like a different person, but it's like you're bringing them back to the real them. And that's where they're going to keep asking themselves, why, how are they doing this? Bottom of the deck, hesitation. Yep, that's them. No, actually, I feel like this is you. You might be a bit weary of them in the beginning, or you might be a bit hesitant. This could just be how you are, period, because maybe you're really tapped into people's intentions. Maybe in the beginning, you can tell that this person is just so mentally intrigued that you're waiting for it to get to that emotional part. And then once it gets to the emotional part, maybe that's when the judgment energy comes in and you allow this person the opportunity. What else? Tell me about how they're going to tempt their soulmate. Thank you guys for watching. Yeah, oh my God. Didn't I say it's like they're going to be missing you? I miss you. Do you? And it's deep with the 8 on there. It's a really... it's almost going to make them feel, I don't want to say that and make you think that you're harming your soulmate. No, but they're going to be like desperate, almost desperate to fall asleep so that they might see you, desperate to run into you, even though you don't even really be outside like that. What do you want? Yeah, that's them. This is what they're going to be thinking. What do you want? Yeah. Isn't that what I was saying in the beginning, where I was like, the example of when you're on your first date and some people will quite literally, talk about their type of what they're looking for in a partner. It's not going to be like that with you. You guys are going to be having deeper conversations, more, I don't want to say less personal conversations, because I do feel like the conversations you're having are going to be able to kind of allow this person to pinpoint your morals and your ethics, but it's not going to be because you're having direct conversations about that. Meaning this person's not going to straight up ask you, what do you think about, human rights or politics or this blah blah blah. No, they're not going to ask you that explicitly, but I do feel like your conversations might carry into that in like a very casual way with the Page of Swords, and through that they're going to really start to see your mind and how it works, and they're going to fall in love with that. They're going to grow attached to that, the safety that they feel to like kind of talk with you about pretty much anything. I'm too afraid to talk to you. And then they're going to get, look, 8, 4, 8. What? 4 times 2 is 8. And then we got 2 8s right here. That's how crazy. Trippy. And I feel like this person is going to be fearful, though, hesitant to talk to you about their actual feelings, though. So maybe in the beginning with your soulmate, the relationship is a bit like friendly in the beginning. Maybe you I don't think it's because they want it that way, but it's almost like maybe this person would rather have you around than not have you at all if they were to like ruin it. If that makes sense, you know, like some people, they would be afraid to say their feelings because they don't want to miss out on a connection, period. Not everyone is like that. Some people would, you know, rather say it than keep it bottled up. Whereas I feel like with this person, I think that the fear is going to be more so rooted to not wanting to turn you off, not wanting to like almost like repel you from them completely. Okay, we got the King of Wands. This could be them. Some of you guys, this is them, the King of Wands. So maybe this person will actually learn from you in a way. So maybe your soulmate is a little bit like flashy or a little bit like loud or out there, like a little intense, similar to you, but in a different way. And you're going to be more, I don't want to call you laid back. You could be, but it feels more, you turn heads as well. But you turn heads because people are starting to feel things around you. Like you're the person when someone walks in a room, all of a sudden you're stirring up emotions in people, but they don't even really know why, including your soulmate. This person, though, the person that you, the soulmate, I feel like they're going to be different. The way that they stir up emotions in people is because they're actively saying and doing things that is turning people up. Does that make sense? You don't really have to do much but be yourself and be there for other people to notice you, feel intrigued by you. And that's why you're tempted, or that's why they're going to be tempted by you. Because maybe they usually feel like that's the effect that they have on people. And then they meet you and they're like, wait a minute, no. If I didn't talk so much, if I didn't do X, Y, and Z, maybe I wouldn't pull like that. Maybe, yeah. It's like they'll be comparing, I think, but in a cute way, in a like, hold on, sort of way. Let's get two more. How's card number 2 going to tempt their soulmate? Ace of Cups wanted to show. Oh, wait. 10 of Swords. Oh, okay. So this could actually be somebody who, I don't want to say they have like a facade, but maybe they have like a personality that people that are not super close to them usually see, like a certain reputation. But when you get to know them a little bit more with the 10 of Swords, it could be that this person has actually been through quite a lot. Maybe they have been betrayed before. Maybe they have, you know, really gone through like depression or like really dark times. So this person could be very vibrant and like funny, or try their hardest to like stay like optimistic and like light, very like radiant sort of energy. But I feel like when they get to know you and how they're going to be tempted by you is because you're going to be able to kind of sense that they're a real and true person, that they've been through real and true things, and that this King of Wands energy, while it very well could be their personality, that there's something more to them. And it's almost like they're going to be finding that, like I was saying earlier, that part of themselves again through you. And that's going to be extremely tempting. Wow, 4 of Cups. Yeah. So your soulmate might be the type of person where maybe they come off, I don't want to say they come off like they don't care, but they could come off like maybe like unbothered, but they're going to be hella bothered about you. Like I said, we're wondering if you miss them, if you want them, and they're going to be afraid to talk to you. Somebody who's usually in the King of Wands is not afraid to talk to anybody. You know what I mean? They're not afraid to talk to or approach anybody because they're in their ego, but I feel like they're not going to be able to do that with you. You're going to get them back into like their emotional being, their emotional center, and they're going to be hesitant because they haven't been that for a long time. They haven't wanted to be that for a long time. That can cause confusion for them, worry for them, paranoia even. But with you, it's going to be different. The feelings that you start for them is going to be very different. And in the beginning, maybe it'll be like this, but I think it'll get better. You'll start to make them see themselves deeper and have like a lot of tower moments, and they might cherish you and start making decisions to try to get your attention and see where things can go. Yeah. So if that resonated, give it a like. Come back for another one on my channel. Oh, I saw your comment. Hi, I'm Makaya. How are you? Oh, I'm good. How are you? Where are you watching from? Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm sorry I saw your comment a little later. I'll be getting into the messages. But yeah, thank you so much for watching and for commenting. I really appreciate the engagement, y'all. Okay, so yeah, let's move on to card number 3 now. Don't forget to check out the description box where you guys can find more playlists of reading like this on my channel on Patreon. And hit the notification bell so you guys can get alerted when I'm going live for your specific zodiac signs. Love reading every month. Okay. We're going to do card number 3 in about a minute, okay? So that just gives me enough time, since I've been talking, chit-chatting for a while, to get a sip of water and to, get my energy right to tap into the next group. So card number 3 is going to be the Page of Pentacles. And it's not my first time here. Oh, wow. Thank you for coming back. I'm watching from France. Oh my gosh. Okay, I think I might actually remember. Because I do remember somebody coming and commenting that they were watching from France. So thank you for coming back. I appreciate it. Yeah. It takes me a few times for me to get the username down, but usually I'll remember you guys after. So thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And if at any point, if you are watching from a different country and I'm speaking like a little bit too fast or anything, feel free to let the video process and use subtitles, or you can always change the speed later on, okay? Okay, so lose focus on your thing. Yes, of course. Okay, card number 3. Card 3, we're going to start you at 36 minutes, give or take. Just want to get some water real quick. Wow. Thank you so much for coming back. I really appreciate it. It's so great to see returning viewers here on my readings, especially live. Like, that's awesome. What time is it in France right now? Okay. Card number 3. You chose this Page of Pentacles, and we're going to be looking at your soulmate and what they're going to find so tempting about you. So basically, what's going to make them be like, damn, I can't deny it anymore. This is the person that I want to be with, or this might be the one for me. What's going to make them so intrigued that they keep coming back for more, to get to know you and to, move things forward. So let's see. Tell me about the Page of Pentacles group. I heard youthful, and I'm seeing the Sun card. So let me see what comes out though. What are they gonna find so tempting about card number 3? First, oh my gosh. Okay, first 2 cards came out right behind each other. 5 of Wands. I'm gonna just zoom in real quick so you guys can look at the card here. 5 of Wands and the Emperor. Oh. And your side. It is 12:01 a.m. here. Oh my gosh! Thank you for watching. It's 6:02 p.m. where I'm at here in the States, close to Washington D.C. in Virginia. So wow, really big time difference. Thanks for watching. Hey, thanks for commenting and for sliding in. Yeah, so it's about 6 o'clock p.m. where I'm at right now. Okay, 9 of Cups. I like this group. I like that the energies have been different too, because I don't like when all the piles sound the same. Usually on my channel they are very different, but sometimes there'll be elements that linger through, and at times that happens because you guys will watch more than one pile. But with my soulmate readings and ones that are more so specific to show you how you'll know you're like with the right person or whatever, a lot of the piles they come out very different. And I like this because none of the other groups were like this. Great. Bottom of the deck is the Page of Cups. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in and for watching. Happy holidays. Obviously, this is timeless, so let's say you come back and you find a reading like this on my channel another time. It's okay. You can still watch it. But if you are watching live around this time, happy holidays. Oh, you have time to prepare your sleep. Yep. Yes, I do. Okay. So what are they going to find so tempting about card number 3? It's the fact that some of you guys, people might really get upset with you for reasons that just show how insecure, jealous, envious they are. And this person's going to see that. I'm not saying that you're going to have people, banging down your door trying to fight you all the time, or that you're going to have, a bunch of people hating on you at the workplace. You really could, but it feels a bit more subtle because I don't think just anybody is really going to try to come that way towards someone who's in their emperor quality. They're just too intimidating for that. People get too intimidated by the Emperor to really show their ass, if that makes sense. But what they will do is they might gossip about them when they're not there, or they might do some slick shit or say something blah 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 like that when they're not around, or when they feel like they're in a good mood or not paying attention, not going to notice or whatever. They might do something like that, and I feel like your soulmate is going to notice that. They're going to notice that you make people feel attracted to you. You make people feel jealous of you, and you might even make people feel like you're better than them. And it says a lot more about them than you. But this is going to be very tempting to your soulmate because it's going to make them view you as like not one to be played with, and somebody who is extremely strong, who has a very high self-esteem. And again, just because this is what they're thinking doesn't mean that this is happening at the time you guys meet. It could be that, like, for example, like some people, they get bullied when they're younger, or they have like a massive glow up, and no one ever thought that they were going to turn out to be this like fortune whatever, or big boss, or just like very like confident person, sure of themselves person. No one ever really expects the Emperor to turn out like the Emperor, and I feel like a lot of the time that's because they want to be the Emperor. But how many Emperors do you know? Mind you, the Emperor or the Empress is the king, all four kings or all four queens, depending on the gender or how you want to flip it to your situation, depending on who's watching, right? They're all four of those. So basically that means that they've mastered all of the elements. They've mastered all sides of their personality. And not only do they have those mastered, but they leverage it and they love all sides of themselves, even the dark side. So yeah, that makes a lot of people, that will make a lot of people feel jealous, especially people that don't like every side of themselves, or people that feel like they need a few cups that you have on the shelf to feel like the Emperor themselves. They feel like they need something that you have to feel like how you already are. And that's not even true, but that's what they tell themselves. So your romantic interest is going to be looking at you and the effect that you have on people. And that's going to be very tempting to them. Very, very, very tempting. They're going to be viewing you. Some of you guys, if you're athletic, they're going to be very into that. Or if you have that like sort of build, don't have to, but I'm just saying the Five of Wands. For some reason, I just heard sports. So I don't know if it's that you're into sports, or if you dress sporty, or if you quite literally are athletic. Some of you guys, you are going to be in some sort of like management, or you can control like a group of people. Like, I don't know if it's like when you tell people what to do, they listen. When you walk in, people stand up at attention. When you are around, it's like they'll notice that other people are trying to be the best version of themselves around you. It's like they're going to notice that not just them, but other people care about what you think of them. But that's not even what's going to be the most tempting. What's going to be the most tempting is this Nine of Cups energy. That you're somebody who is not afraid to have desires. You're not afraid to have wants. You're not afraid to want to have a life full of happiness. You're not afraid to be a little selfish. You're not afraid to put yourself first. And that's going to be very tempting to your soulmate. Because you're going to have something to show for it. The Nine of Cups is somebody who dares to dream, if that makes sense. I feel like the Nine of Cups is somebody who has like a really nice self-esteem, and the wrong person will say that they're like smug or maybe lacking like a level head. But when it's tied with the Emperor, that's the exact opposite. So this is like basically how you're going to be viewed, whether this is after you and your soulmate are together for a while or when you guys first meet. It feels like when you guys meet. And I don't want you to think that you have to be like the biggest kahuna in your town for your soulmate to view you like this. No, but this is how they're going to view you, period. They're going to view you like you're the shit, basically. Like your shit does not stink. Even if it does, this is how they're going to view you. And that's extremely tempting because maybe this person doesn't give a lot of people their props. Maybe they are never really, maybe they're not paying attention to people like that, but you catch their eye. And then they notice that other people, you've caught other people's eye too. For so many different reasons. Some of you guys is going to be gossip around you as well. Tell me more. What are they going to find so tempting about card number 3? What is their soulmate going to find tempting about card number 3? Some of you guys, you're not afraid to argue. You're not afraid to say your point. You're not afraid to put yourself out there. And they're going to view that as tempting. Maybe you're not afraid to do that when it really matters, when it really counts. Tell me about the Five of Wands. Tell me about the Five of Wands. What are they going to find so tempting about card number 3? Uh-oh. Marionette, dictatorship, domination, reluctance. What they're going to find tempting about you is that they're going to start having sexual thoughts about how they would let you take control of them. Uh-oh. Ooh. Well, it just came through, so I had to say it, but they're going to... Some of you guys might be like a dom or something. Even the woman here, you could be a dom. Or you could be if you wanted to. I'm not saying you could be as in that is your job, and I'm thinking maybe someone here is watching. No, I'm saying you could be if you wanted to. You could. For them, at least. That's what they're going to be thinking. I don't know. Maybe this person's a little freaky. Because this is a puppet. Yeah, whatever you say, honey. Whatever you say. So not just sexually. They're going to be tempted because maybe... maybe you have them wrapped around your finger. What else? Maybe in the beginning, this person is going to be like, well, there's a lot of... I don't want to say chaos. But there's a lot going on around you all the time. You can't help it, but it's the truth. And so maybe in the beginning, that makes it feel a little reluctant. Maybe in the beginning, this person wonders what they have to offer you. Some of you guys, you have like a really powerful backstory to you. Like maybe you came from nothing. Maybe you, some of you guys, you're like charitable. And for others of you, it's like you came from nothing and you have failed in your life. Like you have actually tried things and it not quite worked out, but you never let that keep you down. So they're going to view you as very strong in this group. Not just like mentally, but it feels like you have a lot of endurance. Yeah, that's tempting. What else? Death. Wow. Inevitable. Oh, okay. Some of you guys, you live life like you only have one. Meaning you don't waste time. You don't miss out on opportunities. You don't pretend not to care when you do. You don't say things that you don't mean out of spite or because you weren't thinking. You don't do stuff like that. So what's tempting about you is that you truly live your life like you only have one. You truly live your life like life is short. And like there's things to value, there's things to smile at, there's things to be happy at, and there's also things that you still want to go get. So you're not about to waste no time. And that's really attractive. Wow. Maybe you guys made like a promise to yourself that you were gonna accomplish this or do this, or maybe you just truly believe in yourself, or maybe you are... I feel like you're gonna make this person laugh a lot. Your soulmate. You could be very funny. And it almost feels like unintentionally funny. Maybe you know how to crack a joke in a difficult situation. You know how to lighten the mood. And that's unexpected. It's unexpected for someone of your caliber to actually want to see other people do well. It's actually unexpected for someone of your caliber to actually be like a good person. Because a lot of people would use these qualities to manipulate the masses in like a negative way, or to get their way in like a kind of like grimy way. But they're actually going to view you and like, I heard like salute you, respect you, but also like admire you and find this to be very sexy, I feel. Oh, wow. Oh my God. Let me read. Oh my gosh. Please stop. Please stop, y'all. Sometimes this happens and I'm like, please. Okay, who's that? So sorry, but you're going to be muted because that's really annoying. Sorry. You can still watch, but you're not commenting on my video. Okay, thank you. All right, next. So what else are they going to find tempting about card number 3? What else are they going to find tempting about card number 3? Uh-oh, jeez. You are right. I'm too afraid to talk to you. Okay. I might take 4 from this deck. Just because I keep coming out like that. I imagine you naked. Didn't I say? It's like they having thoughts, y'all. And trust me, not all the cards in this deck are about sex. They're not. But you just got so many of them flipping out. Have I lost everything? Uh-oh. How you're going to tempt them is you actually going to know what you're talking about with them. You're probably going to be right 90% of the time with your soulmate. So this is, you know, like some people, they get married and they're like, yeah, my wife said this or my husband said this. And yeah, I'm just going to do it because they are right. And they know what they're talking about. Oh, I don't know how to get this thing solved. Let me go ask my husband. Yeah, they know. Like you're going to be that. MILF, DILF energy. Some of you guys, let me not say that. I'm just kind of looking at the Emperor here. So for any masculines here that have facial hair, they're going to be really like that. Too afraid to talk to you. You're right. Uh-oh. Hold on, y'all. So we got Hangman. You're right, the Hangman. Oh, so another thing that's going to be tempting is that you're going to make this person think differently about life and like how they show up for themselves. So that's going to be tempting. I don't know if you've ever met somebody and it's like whenever you're around them, whenever you start to see them in action, you kind of start to, whether you realize it or not, like pick up on qualities that they have. And it's like, it's really good. So maybe they start saying you're slang, or they start using some of your tactics when they go out and do this or whatever, and actually works for them. So I think that's why I'm getting a lot of respect, but not only respect, also appreciation for how you get them thinking. I'm too afraid to talk to you. What's going to tempt them? What's going to tempt their soulmate? We got 6 of Cups. Wow. 6 of Cups. Your soulmate is going to start thinking to themselves that they'd be really heartbroken if things didn't work out between you and them. Because you're really going to grow on them. You're really going to make them feel important and loved over time. And they're going to see that you're a very fiercely loyal person too. And that when you make a commitment to somebody or a promise to somebody, that you keep it. Because that's who you are. So that's why they would be so sad if it didn't work out. Because maybe if it didn't work out, it would be for a reason out of both of you guys' control. So it might not, you know what I mean? Like some people, they can't be together. They don't end up together for reasons outside of like just regular love. Like whether it's a family thing or, you know, a class thing. Like, you know, maybe it's not as common during this time or in certain areas of the world. But, you know, in the past, some people really couldn't be together because of their race or because of their gender. Or, you know, because they were different religions or whatever. So when I say it could have been for something other than love, that's what I mean. So this person would be really sad. They're going to be thinking and tempted by you because they're going to be so aware of the fact that they'd be so down if they didn't have you in their life. So when your soulmate realizes that they've fallen for you, it's going to be this point where they already have made like a lot of memories with you. And those memories have left like such a sweet feeling for them that the worst thing for them would be to lose you. The worst thing for them would be to mess it up. Tell me about the Devil card. The Devil card in the 9 of Cups. How are they going to tempt? You're going to tempt them because with this double energy, it's like you could tell anybody what to do. You could tell anybody what to do. You could get your way with pretty much anybody. The Devil card. This is very sexy, by the way. This is how you're going to tempt them. This is the one group so far where I've been like, they're going to find you extremely attractive. And it's because of the way you carry yourself. It's the way you appear as somebody who really knows what the fuck you're talking about. Like you really be doing this shit. And you're also going to make this person think that you... Damn, I'm trying not to say too many 18 and up messages because I usually try to save that for Patreon, but it just keeps coming through. So there's a soft spot, but just so y'all know, in this group, there's also a physical component to it. Okay? Like you're going to be the one that they want. They're going to be thinking about you a lot. Like they would do a lot to be with you, to have a shot with you. In any way, but in that way especially. And that's going to be extremely tempting. So if that resonated, give it a like. Come back for another one on my channel. We're going to get started now with card number 4 in just a few minutes, okay? And I will adjust the timestamps in a bit because I think one of these groups actually did go a little bit longer. So timestamp for card number 4 will be adjusted in the description box. Anybody that comes in later, you can always hit the live chat for any of my lives while we're doing it. And I always put the timestamps for you while we're speaking or while I'm speaking. So if you did choose a different card, you don't have to wait until the end of the reading to find where yours starts, and you don't have to drag the little red line a bunch of times to align it. Anyway, let's move on to our last card, which is the High Priestess. Card number 4. Let me get a sip of water. Oh my God. Hold on now. I have a number that I usually put up for every group. I gotta find the one for number 4. Here we go. Okay. I'll put the timestamp in the chat now. Card 4 starts at 55 minutes, give or take, okay? Damn, I've been on here with y'all for a while. That went by quickly. Okay. High card number 4. You chose this High Priestess card. And today we're going to be looking at the person on your mind. Yes, that's soulmate. Some of you guys, you have like a person. I don't know if it's like card number 4 actually thinks that they know their soulmate or that they're with their soulmate, that they met their soulmate before. So maybe you do have a specific person and you're trying to verify if that's the one. And for those of you where you're like single and you're not in a relationship, you're not necessarily looking, but you know that you do want to be in a relationship, then this reading is going to be talking about the person that you end up with and what they're going to find so tempting about you, what's going to make them want to move forward with you in that romantic way, and what's going to kind of catapult that deepening of connection between you both. Okay, so if that sounds like something you want to listen to, feel free to keep watching. Okay, so what's going to be so tempting about card number 4 to their soulmate? Damn, I just saw the Empress to the Moon. Wow. What's going to be so tempting about card number 4 to their soulmate? That was 2 cards, so I'm putting them back. I only want them one by one. What are they going to find tempting? Ooh, 6 of Cups. So it's this woman here, and she's sitting in her front room at the table looking at this image. Very nostalgic, you know, reminiscing. What are they going to find tempting about card number 4? What are they going to find tempting about card number 4? The 4 of Swords wanted to show. Ooh, the Lovers. The 6 of Cups to the Lovers. Well, this is the group of people that love the idea of love. So if you don't love the idea of love, then this is not your group, okay? Because what they're going to find tempting about this group is how sweet you are. How kind you are. How you come off as somebody who really cares about like love and connection and understanding people. You're going to come off as like a really kind soul to this person, to your soulmate. And they're going to fall for that. That's going to be so tempting for them. So maybe this is their type, like a cuddly, gushy-mushy type of person. Let me see what else comes out about your personality, though. So maybe, oh, ooh, with the Emperor, too? Well, bottom of the deck is the Queen of Pentacles. Uh-oh. I heard it. I'm hearing that song, Upgrade You. Upgrade You. Where it's basically her talking about how she's the shit. She would be a really great person to be in a relationship with. Let me upgrade you. And I don't know, I was just hearing that, but that's how you are. Like, you be an upgrade for this person from like either the love they've never had or the past love that they did have that just wasn't right. Damn. How are you going to tempt them? You're going to tempt them with a good time. Yeah, you're going to tempt them with a good time. You're going to tempt them because they're going to be thinking you are the one. 6 of Cups to the Lovers. The other ones, it was like, oh my God, they're going to be tempted by your personality. And then as they get to know you, then they're going to really like this. And then eventually they're going to come to and realize that you're the one. This is the group where it's like when they meet you. Some of you guys, it's like when they meet you with the 6 of Cups and the Lovers. The 6 of Cups to the Lovers. This is your personality before the romance is involved. How they're viewing before the romance, period. So yeah, I mean, you have this way about you. You know how like when you introduce, like in the movies, they'll introduce somebody to their partner and they'd be like, wow, they're you guys are perfect for each other. Or wow, they're such a good man. You better hold on to her, ha ha ha. Or you better hold on to him, ha ha ha. And the guy's like, yeah, I know. Or the girl's like, yeah, I know. Like, back off. Like, it's gonna be like that. Like, everyone's gonna be looking at you when you guys get together. Like, whoa, they better hold on to you, sort of thing. Because everyone knows that you would be the perfect person to be with, to marry, to love, to hold. Ooh, to hold. So some of you guys, you give like really great hugs, or you're just like a very affectionate person, and that's gonna be very tempting for them. They're gonna eat that shit up. Yeah, especially if you have the Emperor quality to you too, because it's like getting the love. I don't want to say that because that sounds a little weird, but it's like a love that makes you feel at home, makes you feel like a little kid again. It makes you feel like you want to go home and lay down with your partner. You want to go home. I want to go home and be with my partner. Like, that's what this person's gonna be thinking. Like, your soulmate's gonna be thinking like this once you guys finally get together. But like, even when you're dating, it's like you're going to be their interest. They're gonna be interested in you. Spending time with you is gonna seem better than a lot of other things. A lot of things that they might want to do. It's like they're gonna want to try them with you. They're gonna want to make memories with you. They're gonna want to fill up a lot of their time connecting with you. And they're also going to really want to make you feel loved and let you know the specific reasons why they love you. You're going to be very appreciated by this soulmate, and that's going to be very tempting for them. So maybe this is somebody who always thought like a love like this existed, but maybe they never quite had it. And then when they meet you, they're going to be like, no, this is real. I knew it was real all along. So yeah, like some people, they want a certain type of love, but they believe that they may not ever really get it, so they can be a bit paranoid or skeptical in the beginning. It's going to be the opposite in this group, where it's just going to feel right, and I feel like they might just like dive in because I'm seeing the Fool. What else? What are they going to find tempting about card number 4? Strategy. What? Strategy. Planning, prediction, and mind reading. Okay. So for those of you where you are like a very romantic person, like maybe you plan dates or do really sweet things, say really sweet and kind things to this person, and it's like the right thing that they need to hear. Maybe you can always tell just by like the sound of this person's voice or how they're standing or like holding themselves, like if they are okay or not. And that's going to be tempting for them. I feel like because it's really going to pull on their heartstrings. Indulgence, interaction, joy, and friendliness. That's kind of what I was getting. Like, don't these people in this image look like they're having a really great time with each other? Nobody in this photo looks like they would rather be somewhere else. Like, they're vibing. They're having a really great time. And they're having a really great time. They're clean. They're taken care of. They're experiencing joy. That's my bestie. Oh, that's how you're going to tempt them. This is the group of people where your soulmate is going to be like your best fucking friend. Your best friend. Wow. Wow. They're really going to adore you. This is so beautiful. I just got chills, y'all. That's why I had to take a pause. Because I got chills. Live and learn. Experience, training, and development. Bottom of the deck. Oh, ooh! Bottom of the deck is marriage. What? Sweet love, couple, independency. So how you're going to tempt them is because they're going to need you. You're going to be like the air that they breathe. They would do anything for you, I feel like, in this group. That's tempting enough for them. Maybe you would do anything for them, though, because the Emperor, when they find their Empress, they'll do anything for them. They'll burn the whole fucking shit to the ground if they have to for their Empress. Flip it if you want to. You know what I mean? Marriage, sweet love. How are you going to tempt them? Some of you guys, you're going to tempt them because you're extremely intelligent. Like, you're almost like a genius. You know a lot. Very, very, very smart. And it feels like you have like certain talents. Some of you guys, you leverage certain talents in the workplace. And they really like that. This is the one thing. That's the one thing in this entire reading that didn't have anything to do with like the specific love between you both. Does that make sense? This is the one part that wasn't about just you two. So they do see you, by the way. Your soulmate is going to see you. They're not just going to be like drunk in love and, assuming the best of you, never being able to accept you at your worst. No. But they see you at your best all the time. They see your potential. They see how hard you work. They see Some of you guys are like a very powerful like manifester or something like that. It says experience here in training. The Emperor. I just keep hearing how much they're going to adore you. Like, because I'm seeing how in this image, these two people are looking into each other's eyes. You know, they're looking at each other's eyes deeply. How you're going to tempt them is because this person's going to be thinking about what you might look like really dressed up or dolled up. Teed up is when you're lit. Not teed up. Buttoned up, you know what I mean? They're going to be thinking about what you look like in fancy clothes. So this person going to be thinking about like what a fancy date with you might look like, what you might look like when you guys walk down the aisle. So this person might be like a very romantic person too. Maybe your soulmate's a hopeless romantic. Either you are or they are. It could be that you both are. It feels like for a lot of you guys, you both are. Like you both, when you're with each other, you're both going to be loving the idea of how much you love each other. It's not going to make you feel corny or oh, that's what it is. Your partner, your soulmate, whatever you want to call them, they're going to be so tempted by you because the thoughts that they're going to be having is how they feel lucky to have someone like you because they never feel overwhelmed by you. You know what I mean? They don't feel pressured. They don't feel stifled. They feel like you're very compatible. This is how they're going to feel. Very like you're very compatible and that you will hold them down, it feels like. And that they have a friend in you. So this is like the type of love that I feel like they have never had or that they've always wanted. And they're forever person. They're waiting for you. Yeah. So these are the thoughts they're going to be having is that if it's not you or if it's not going to be you, it's not going to be anybody. They're going to be thinking these things. So if you told them, I need a little bit of time for this, or if you told them that you had to go do blah, 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 and maybe this relationship would have to go take a pause or whatever, then they would. If you told them that, I don't know, you could literally tell them anything, it feels like, and they would adjust. They would accommodate. They'll bend. You're strong, but you're not ruthless. You make them feel protected, but you're not going to try to control them either. Yeah. Your soulmate's going to find this very tempting. The entirety of you. What else? I think so, yes. I think so, yes. They're going to be thinking about that proposal. Some of you guys, your soulmate is going to be really excited to introduce you to their friends. Or somebody. I heard that with the lovers. Your family won't like me. Mm-hmm. Let me get one to clarify this. I think I'm going to do a regular deck. Yeah. Tell me about your family won't like me. I'm not sure if this is you or them. Tell me about your family won't like me. I'm not sure if it was supposed to come out in reverse as well. So tell me about the 3. Your family won't like me. It could be that this person is going to be, it says Ace of Pentacles here. So some of you guys, it could be that this person is going to be very focused on making a good impression for the people that matter to you in the beginning. Like this is going to be what they're thinking a lot about. Like not messing it up, the foundation of the relationship, how the start of the relationship is very important. Oh my God. Did I say Ace of Pentacles? This is the 5 of Pentacles. Your family don't like me. Oh, okay. So if there is something to do with like finance, if there's like a finance difference between you or like I don't know if it's like finance or an age or a cultural difference or something like that. They can wonder about that. For anybody here where, well, yeah, let me just leave it at that because a lot of you guys are going to be watching this about like your future soulmate. I did feel like this group, you have somebody in mind when you're watching this, but there could be something there for this group, like your future soulmate. There's going to be big differences between you and them, but that's not going to change how compatible they think you are. It's actually going to make them view you as like the yin to their yang or the whatever. So you guys can be different, but you will complement each other. And I feel like that's going to be very tempting for them. I feel like this person's also going to be, your soulmate is going to be so tempted because they're also going to realize and know that nothing could really get in between what you two share. So I feel after a while, you really will give them so much like reassurance that they won't have insecurities. They won't worry about what so and so said or what so and so did, or if this thing might jeopardize the relationship or get in the way. They're not going to be worrying about stuff like that. That's very tempting. Trust me. I just want space. I like that. And I think that's what I was saying earlier about, you're not going to be making them feel pressured. You're not going to be overwhelming them. Some of you guys, you're really respectful of this person and like their own autonomy. So you're not going to be the type of person in a relationship that is extremely controlling. You're serious, but you're not controlling. You have non-negotiables, you know what I mean? You have needs and wants or whatever that you prioritize for sure, but you're not controlling. You're not stingy. You don't have double standards either. So you're really not going to be like, well, I can do this, but you can't. No, not at all. I think you're really going to care for your soulmate. What they're going to find tempting about you is that you actually care about how you impact them. You're actually going to care about if they're happy, if they need something from you, if they're okay. And that's very tempting. That's going to be so tempting for them. And I think that that's really what's going to make them be like, this is the one for me. And this is the person that I can grow with. Yeah. So if that resonated, give it a like. Come back for another one on my channel. My name is Jay. If you liked this, feel free to check out the playlist on my channel or in the description box below so you can find more readings like this. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the flip side, okay? Bye. Yes, thank you again so much for watching and for commenting. I really appreciate it. And for those of you that want to help support the channel, don't be afraid to like the video and to comment on the actual video so that other people can see it. Okay? Bye.